Hi everyone, I hope you guys are doing great today. I'm going to be front loading with astrology. I'm going to timestamp below. As I always recommend, you guys should always watch your rising sun, moon sign, and Venus. So if you watch for your other signs, just be sure to check the timestamp below because I'm going to be timestamping for three different sections of these readings. The astrology, which is going to be the same front load for all the signs. Then I'm going to do a career spread and then relationship spread for each of the signs, okay? So I'm doing it this way, guys, because honestly, in my opinion, there is so much going on the first week of April. And actually, there's just so much stuff going on now. We all know about that. And I don't want to be, and it's no fear mongering here, nothing like that. I just want to talk about the energy that's going to be happening and keeping it real, given the current state of affairs. Let's talk about how things are going to be rolling out for most of us. So we have a lot of stuff going on, particularly in the 3, 4th, and 7th that I think very worth mentioning, which is why I wanted to do a little bit of a different segment. So so this is going to be general messages for April 1st through the 7th, but this is very specific astrology that I'm going to be starting with, okay? So on April 3rd, we have Venus entering Gemini. So Venus is in Gemini from April 3rd to August 7th, 2020. It's kind of a pretty long transit here. So in Gemini, we want to do a little bit of everything. Curiosity motivates us on a romantic and social level. Variety and the desire to mentally sort of like flutter around is the attitude right now. We're feeling very sociable, communicative, very interested in things, different things. We can be very animated and fun, but we may also be keeping our distance, yes, on an emotional and a physical level, right, as we have to do right now. But this is not going to be a very short transit, guys. This is going to be going on for a bit. So attractions may begin now with words, as we tend to bond more readily on a mental level, right, with Venus and Gemini. The shadow side of Gemini is fickleness. So that's just like a little heads up, because this is about a desire for some superficial fun. So if you feel like a little fickle at this point, just understand that it is the energy right now. And then also on April 3rd, we have Mercury and Neptune conjunct in Pisces. So here, hidden information is going to be coming to light, realizations that you're not as clear about the future and moving forward as you were. You know, this could be very confusing. There could be confusion here having to do with some sort of emotional interactions or experiences. A lot of us are going to be having some pretty profound spiritual insights, artistic inspiration, right? A lot of us, especially if you're used to going out of the house all the time to go to work and to do different things, and you have this other kind of time where your job doesn't allow you to work from home. You may be in the space of having this extra time where artistic inspiration is going to be hitting you. It's just a lot of realizations regarding romance are all just more likely in the days around this transit. So this can also manifest, though, guys, as allowing yourself to get lost in some kind of communication via the internet, through writing, talking on the phone. Because remember, Mercury rules the communication on the internet. Uranus rules technology, but Mercury rules the actual like exchange that we have, like via social media. So like talking on the phone, maybe doing some writing, but you could also feel pulled back to the past in a way that incites self-doubt, which is a very interesting part of this energy together. Because remember, Mercury also rules the past, and then we have Neptune, which is all about lack of clarity, looking through reality through a dirty mirror. So it could be, if for those of you who are doing some reflection maybe on the past, it could be this lack of clarity from the past. It could be having this new sort of feeling of, or resurfacing of some sort of self-doubt. And this can manifest, though, as both a challenge and a blessing at the same time, right? Everything that I'm saying, because you can feel more creative, more communicative, but at the same time, you can be pulling back by something in your memory. So, very interesting energy in that way, guys. This is why I wanted to front load and sort of, give this out to the collective and then see where these planets fall in your chart. Then going forward to April 4th, we have Venus in Gemini trining Saturn in Aquarius. So this is a great energy to communicate with someone or about something in a different way. So this time could be great since it does a link to money, right? Love, because that's Venus. Venus is love, money, and it's also self-esteem with very positive long-term outcomes or gains. That's where Saturn comes in, right? So this positive circumstance or idea can be solidified or locked in thanks to another transit happening on the 4th, which is Jupiter and Pluto conjunct in Capricorn. So this, guys, represents maximum manifestation. It really does. A lot of karmic energy going on here. Karmic luck and expansion that will create and lay the groundwork for a transformation that's both benefic and long lasting because Saturn is in there. So remember, even when something feels restrictive or like you have that metaphorical harness on you, once you get through it, once you get through any of that Saturn energy, that's where the long lasting gifts are, right? So now that's really great. The flip side could manifest though as a criticism or restriction regarding a situation that creates a feeling of frustration. So many of us will be feeling a major wake-up call in this energy, plus what will feel like this spontaneous burning off of big karma. So very cool energy. It's a mixed bag, but ultimately the outcome is really good. And then if that's not enough, I mean, honestly, April 4th is a big day because there's good energy and then there's like a little bit of crazy energy. So it's a big day. Because then also on the 4th, we have Jupiter conjunct Pluto. All right, guys, we got to talk about this for a minute. This is a longer term aspect. It's going to be happening a few times this year. There's this increased need for shared interests with others, as well as for kind of like more adventurous undertaking. Right? And it's us really striving for a greater personal significance than where we're at right now. Benefits can come through those in authority, from government, any sort of governmental body. Definitely a time of personal growth and expansion. This can be an ambitious time when a desire for success is super, super strong. So the ability to sway or persuade is really, really enhanced right now. So again, it does also depend on where these fall in your chart. But one of the most positive uses of this transit is this drive to better ourselves. So we might solve a problem that's been in existence for some time or capitalize on some resources that were previously hidden that we're just finding out about. Social and material goals may come into strong focus right now. Really, reforming something about your life is just a great way of saying it. Now, our faith may be reborn or developed strongly right now. We might decide to invest our time and energy and possibly money into some sort of ambitious new project. We should definitely take advantage of this increased drive that this transit brings, but you want to avoid the tendency towards self-righteousness, towards exaggeration and obsession. So the thing is here, and this is really important, if you act in any sort of like extreme righteous way or ruthless way or obsessive way, you're likely to manifest negative energy to act against you. So that could include trouble from any sort of superior, government authority, even the law. But if you act morally and ethically, you're going to grow spiritually and materially. Absolutely. Because this transit generally favors big business, the law, grants, taxes, education. A lot of us get that kick up to July 15th here in the States for our taxes, so that's good. Education, any sort of commerce, really good. Increased influence, faith, insight are all very likely now. Now, I do want to say, as an aside, right, my own little opinion here, this Jupiter and Pluto conjunction should be somewhat distinct from the ones that we've had previously in previous eras, because Saturn is in the mix, as well as being in Saturn's own sign of Capricorn. So it should really be more understood as a Jupiter-Saturn-Pluto conjunction, and they're going to all be fairly in pretty close proximity throughout 2020. The last time Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto were in this close in tropical Capricorn was in 1894, guys, like honestly, and the next time is going to be in 2755. So it's a pretty rare event. This is not something that rolls around, once a year or a couple of times a year. So here, if Jupiter-Pluto conjunctions typically expand discovery and situations and realizations, then the presence of Saturn in there is going to suggest that there's going to be some element of of contraction or limit or boundaries imposed. So it could certainly feel like a bit of a bummer in some way to some of us, depending on how we look at it, because many of us are going to be feeling like we're involved in something that has reached its cosmic expiration date. So it could be a relationship situation, a career. It's going to be different for all of us, but it's going to feel like a maximum resolution with maximum magnification is allowing us to recognize something for what it really is. So, really, like, is it time to end that relationship once and for all? Or is it time to fix that relationship once and for all? Is it time to solidify that career change once and for all? Is it time to mend that family situation once and for all? It really is something being pushed towards its expiration that nobody's really talking about, but I mean, I'm seeing it very clearly in these placements. And then on the 7th also, we have Mars in Aquarius, square Uranus and Taurus. So it's going to be a strong desire to move forward in a new, fresh, and exciting way, right? This strong desire, right? But it's going to be squaring with your ability to push it forward in the 3D. So you may feel that your desire to move forward in a way might be at odds with some changes that are being made in your practical everyday. And I think that's going on right now for pretty much all of us, really, right? That's sort of like a general collective message where we're all feeling like we want to push forward and do something in a certain way, but the reality of our 3D, of that earthy Taurus everyday to day energy is being reconstructed for us right now, at least temporarily. So you can have this, desires and reality can be fighting with each other. So you just want to be careful, because the egos are more likely to flare with the negative outcomes in this energy. And it could be just because everybody's getting so frustrated because of the situations that are going on. And then the last big thing we do need to talk about, which I think is really amazing, is the full moon in Libra. And, Libra's ruled by Venus. Libra is the 7th house, which is relationships, right? So, and remember, a full moon occurs when the sun here, the sun in Aries, is going to be forming an opposition to the moon in Libra here, okay? So the full moon is a time of culmination and promise of fulfillment that we always talk about, of that which started at the new moon, right? So it's an emotional time of romance, definitely fertilization or relationships. So the new moon was all about you, and now it's time to strike a balance between your needs with the needs of another. Because Libra, again, rules that 7th house of important one-to-one relationships. So it could be a marriage partner, it could be any sort of significant other, business partner, even an adversary, guys, right? Any sort of important relationship. So this energy should be used to compromise and negotiate. Partnership tests are possible now, but so is the chance to truly, truly connect in a much deeper and more profound way. So really good stuff, guys. There's a lot going on just in this first week of April. So I hope this was helpful. I'm actually going to, I think, link this stuff in these dates with the descriptions in the description box below. But now let's go pull cards for each of your signs. Hi Gemini, thank you so much for joining me for your general messages. So I'm going to be starting out with the Celtic Cross spread for career, and then I'm going to sweep that and do one for relationship. I'm going to timestamp for each below. Remember, these are general messages. Please take what resonates throughout the rest, and definitely don't try to make it fit. If you are going to check your sun, moon, your rising sign, moon sign, and Venus, which I recommend, just remember that I am linking the astrology to the beginning of all of the videos, so just fast forward if you listen to that already. So we're going to start with career. Let's pull a Black Moon Tarot. It's a crowning energy. I hope you guys are doing great today. Hanging in there with all this nonsense. Okay, Taurus. Nice. I have nice earthy energy. We like that for you, Gemini. Taurus is also ruled by Venus. Very nice. A connection to money, connection to self-esteem, right? Liking what we're doing. It's a pentacle energy as well. Right? Okay. Very, very nice crowning energy to get for a career read. That is for sure. Absolutely. So let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on for our Geminis. Gemini, sun, moon, rising. Let's say sun, moon, rising, Venus, 10th house, 2nd house, 6th house. How's that? Those of you who know your chart. Okay. Nice. Justice. Now, I'm doing 2 separate reads for career and love. There is just so much going on. There's just, besides the astrology, just the pragmatics of all of this and how everything is rolling out. People are going through so many changes in their career. So let's see what the energy has to tell us besides what's going on in the sky. So coming into this energy in your past, we have the 2 of Wands. So it's a Mars and Aries energy. Mars, again, is all about, boom, let's do this, having this fire in the belly. Rules Aries, so it's Mars and Aries, very, very passionate, motivated, forward-moving kind of energy. And this is in the past. Feeling very passionate about something, or just at least very motivated, feeling very motivated in work at the very least. Now, situation right now is we have the Justice card, which is crossed by the Ace of Wands. 2 beautiful cards, guys, seriously. So the Justice card is a Libra card. The glyph for Libra is the scale. So it's about fairness, but it is also ruled by Venus, which is one of our money planets. We look at that for our connection to money, also our self-esteem. How do we feel about being involved in this? Feeling really good too, because it's what we love too, right? It's what we love. Also being ruled by Venus, because this is a career read. This could have to do with many of you may be involved in some sort of very Venusian career. So anything that appeals to the 5 senses. So that could be anything having to do with the food industry, the art industry, whether it's painting, sculpting. It could be makeup, hair, beauty, anything having to do with flowers and plants and music and poetry and fine wine and anything like that. Anything that's, kind of decadent, delicious, beautiful, feels good kind of thing. Crossing the Ace of Wands is a brand new beginning, fire in your belly. So Gemini, a lot of you guys are thinking about brand new career options for yourself, making some serious shifts in career. I know a lot of people are coming up with different ideas, really about moving yourself forward in a way that makes you feel very happy. It's so important for everybody wants to like what they do, but Gemini is just going through so much transformation this year. There's so much activity in the 8th house of deep transformation that you're really getting in touch with what it is that you really, really want. And the thing is this, when you get in touch with that and you exercise that, that's where you're going to make your money, doing what really resonates with your soul. And the fact that we have the crowning of this is so good. So good. Crowning energy, 2 of Cups. Love it. Venus in Cancer. Yes. I love this because Venus in Cancer, again, not to repeat myself, but besides it being about feeling good about what you're doing in a way where you're making money, that Cancer element adds the fact that it's like a metaphorical home space. You feel like this is where you belong. That's your crowning energy. Your crowning energy in this for your career is front and center. I want to feel like I belong in whatever it is that I'm doing. This is so important for you. So important, right? So that's in your mind, right? In your mind is you're laying it down for yourself in that way. And we have the King of Swords in reverse as the foundation. So this is a Capricorn Aquarius energy. Capricorn being ruled by Saturn is about that hard work. Okay, cool, right? And then we have Aquarius ruled by Uranus, which is about, okay, let's do things different. Let's do something out of the box, different than we've been doing it. All right, let's go. But it's in reverse. Okay, so this tells me that there is some sort of communication that is not coming in. Some sort of communication came in that said, okay, we can't do it right now. The forward movement can happen right now. Okay, because the swords reversed, it doesn't have to indicate lying, but it can mean lying through omission, but it can mean that the communication is not there for the forward movement. Because remember, swords are communication. Swords is also with Gemini energy. It's a Virgo, because swords are air, right? And anything with air is Mercury, and Mercury rules this forward movement, this communication. So there's something that's not moving forward. So the willingness to do the hard work is there, the desire to do it differently and you know, really move things forward. But there's this lack of movement forward because of this lack of communication. There's this lack of forward movement because of lack of communication. Yeah. So, you know, this could certainly be, again, because of the restriction that we're going through right now, just as society. And then we have the Queen of Swords. Now this represents you and only you. So we have the King of Swords here as the foundation, and then we have you as the Queen of Swords in reverse. Right now, just you, Virgo and Libra in reverse. So this tells me that, first of all, money might be an issue for you right now with the Virgo, because Virgo is a pentacle energy. And Virgo in reverse can indicate that. But again, this is about that communication not coming in, that lack of forward movement not coming in, right? In order for you to get to that Libra Venusian space, right? So this can be you indicating that something's kind of feeling like it's been unfair. Things are unfair that are going on. You're feeling this, you're not feeling good about yourself, having to do with something here. Again, because Libra reverse is Venus reverse, and Venus reverse is your self-esteem might be getting a little punch or a little challenged right now. Money can be a little bit of a challenge right now. You're just not feeling very connected because of this lack of forward movement and this lack of communication coming in. External energy to you is the Nine of Wands reverse. Yeah. So Nine of Wands reverse is saying that a situation external to you is over, no longer workable for you, not a doable thing for you. All right. There's been a long road involved in this dynamic. There's been a lot that's gone on. But there's not going to be this forward movement here, right? Because this is a moon in Sagittarius energy. So in Sagittarius is about forward movement with integrity, right? And it's feeling that forward movement in integrity, right? With integrity. This is external to you. This is somebody who is not willing to move forward on something with you. So this could be putting a halt to a project. This could be the halt to employment altogether. It's just this lack of movement forward and them feeling like they just can't offer you something right now. They just can't. So, and that's putting you in the Queen of Swords reverse position here. The Hermit energy is in your fear position. So, the Hermit energy is a Virgo energy, and Virgo is a pentacle energy, again, ruled by Mercury, this lack of movement forward. So I feel like, you're really getting in touch with this this lack of movement forward, and it's concerning you. It is concerning you right now, is what I'm getting. Yeah, and the outcomes, the final outcome here is the Four of Wands reverse, where there's not going to be this firm foundation in whatever it is that you're doing right now. Okay, whatever it is that's on your heart or on your mind right now with work, it's not gonna end up giving you this firm foundation. So this is interesting though, in your near future, we have the Three of Wands in reverse, and this is a Sun in Aries, and in reverse, this tells me that there is not going to be this fresh perspective, this forward movement, this traveling on this path that you're in right now. So, but I want to go back to, because this is where you're at right now, but this is the situation right now, right? For you in your mind, you're very focused on a new beginning, something fair, something that speaks to your heart space, right? And that's very indicative of what these are, but yet we have this foundation. There's this lack of willingness from somebody else to bring something forth that you really see for yourself. So it's like there's promise in something, but that thing was not able to be executed. Somebody had to maybe renege on a deal, renege on giving monies, something moving forward here. They were just not able to do it. Nine of Wands in the reverse. They couldn't do it. And I feel like whoever it is external to you, so if this is a boss, any sort of representative of like a company or corporation that you're working for, they've been through a lot, and they can't do anything more than what they're doing right now. Well, regardless, there is this lack of willingness. So let's see if we can get some more information here. The devil reverse. So I like the devil reverse better than in the upright, because this indicates that wherever there was imbalance in this situation, it's going to come to light. And then we have the faith, which is, I really like this because this is a Taurus energy, right? And Taurus again is ruled by Venus. It's that pentacle. It's that. So something's going to come to light wherever there has been an imbalance. So the imbalance in career could be at literally anything where there's imbalance. So this could certainly just be completely indicative of what's going on with the COVID situation, where the work environments have had to like globally change, like really, right? Creating this weird kind of imbalance that it's pretty much everybody's feeling. It doesn't matter, even those who are working at home, it's different, it's weird. Things have changed. There's been this weird kind of imbalance, right? And then we have faith, which is good. So faith here is you really getting in touch with, that what is it, what it is that you need, the Venusian space. Temperance reverse tells me that you are not going to get what you need from this situation. Okay, you're just not going to get it, because this is Sagittarius energy. Sagittarius is about moving forward with integrity. You're not going to get what you need in order to feel that, right? Right, it's the money's not there. So there has to be this new beginning with the Ace of Swords. Things, when I say new beginning, this is about a totally different approach, Gemini, and it bringing you to the Ten of Cups. Very good. Nice. So we have an Ace of Swords. I mean, this is a new beginning of truth, communication. So Swords energy is an air energy. Again, air energy is ruled by Mercury. Mercury rules marketing, advertising, communication, communication online, anything like that. I feel like there's going to be some sort of new situation having to do with that. It's going to bring you into this Ten of Cups energy, which is really beautiful. This is a Mars and Pisces energy. This is about a fresh perspective moving forward in a way that's really going to bring you to where you want to go, the way you really are meant to be, right? In your subconscious, where you feel like you're supposed to be. Very nice energy. For some of you, you may even be getting reconnecting with a job that you were with at one point, or revisiting an idea that you had at one point, but the outcome is very, very good. So I feel like, faith has a lot to do with this. I think a lot of you guys are just accepting a certain situation for what it is, and you're rethinking things. You're figuring out how things can work a little differently, and it's all going to end up really well. So that is what I have for that, for Gemini, for career, for employment right now. Let's put this deck over here. Let's switch decks for our relationship read. I did already shuffle these, but one last one. Feeling that. Okay. Black moon crowning. Pisces, I believe. Okay, Pisces rules the 12th house. It's ruled by Neptune. Okay, we'll work that in. King of Swords. King of Swords, Ten of Swords. Hangwoman. Death. Queen of Coins, reverse in the past. I like the near future. The King of Cups in the future. Okay. Queen of Coins in the past. So Sagittarius and Capricorn energy, you feeling like you were not able to move forward, feeling good about yourself in a situation. That if you put the hard work in, it was not going to be appreciated, and that you were not going to really like who you are if you ended up staying in the relationship the way it was. You also did not think that the person you were dealing with were as willing as you to put in the hard work. So we have the King of Swords. The situation right now, we have the King of Swords that's crossed by the Ten of Swords. Okay. So we have the King. This is very interesting to me, because the King of Swords is a Capricorn and Aquarius energy. So here, the hard work is really willing to be put in a different way to make this work. What's crossing it is the end of a cycle. The Ten of Swords indicates the end of a cycle, one sword at a time over time. So there is this willingness, there is definitely this willingness right now to work at this relationship in a different way, put in that hard work, have truth, have honesty, great communication, right? Because it's a sword energy, all of that beautiful sword energy, but it's being crossed by the fact that a cycle ended. Okay, so it's the situation right now. A cycle has ended for you guys, yet we have this willingness to put in this hard work. Okay, so I feel like for many of you, you were in a weird space. Some of you may have even been through a period of not being together for a while, where there's this reconnection and this desire to do things differently, but you're not completely together yet because there was an ending of something. Right? But that's just crossing this bigger idea of wanting to put in the hard work in a different way in order to make it work. Crowning energy, we have the Hangwoman. So this is about first pressing the pause button first and foremost, okay? And feeling very confused. As this is a Neptune energy, which is very interesting to me because Neptune rules Pisces. Right? We get the Pisces energy here. Neptune rules Pisces. So you being like, I don't know. I feel like I'm trying to look at this relationship through a dirty window. I can't see exactly what's on the other side, you know? So there's this level of confusion. Whenever we have Neptune, we feel like a little ungrounded, right? Not firm on our feet. Because Neptune rules the unconscious, so it's like these swirling energies. Like you're allowing yourself to dream 1 minute, but then you're just not sure the next minute. And then as the foundation, we have the Death card. And I love the Death card. This is Scorpio. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, which is all about transformation. So something ends and then something begins. There is a lot of... Okay, let me tell you something. If I had to give one word to these two guys here, the King of Swords with the Ten of Swords crossing, is transformation. It's like the end of something and then something else trying to be born in a different way with that Aquarius vibe, right? And then you just being like, I'm confused, you know I want this, I think I want this, I don't know, you know. And then here it's like, okay, and end of a cycle, but now here we go. We're starting something new. We're going in a new direction. But you're the Queen of Cups right now, Gemini. In the reverse. Gemini and Cancer in the reverse. So Gemini is obviously, you guys are about communication, but you're about forward movement, but you're also about the past. I mean, Mercury is about the past as well, right? And then Cancer is the metaphorical home space. So, in the reverse, this is like not giving that, you're not opening up. You're not opening up and looking at all of that. You're holding your heart very close to your chest right now. Very much in a pause position, though. I feel like it's a pause position. It doesn't mean never. It means right, like just not now. And so the Hangwoman is like, oh, I'm going to press the pause button. I have to think about this. Let me try to find clarity, kind of thing, before I move forward. Now, the energy crossing you, right, which would be this person that you're dealing with, we have the High Priestess. That's the moon, And who does the moon rule? The moon rules Cancer, right? And in Tarot, the moon is also Pisces energy, which is Neptune, which is I'm not sure. So here we have it all together here. But I get that this person that you're dealing with is very much somebody who thinks very deeply, somebody who, but they are like your metaphorical home space. Like there's something about them that just makes you feel at home, and something about them that makes you feel that like safe and like that kind of comfortable, you know, at the same time. Somebody who, like, very intuitive individual though, definitely. Then we have the Knight of Cups in your fear position. So yeah, I mean, you're afraid here with the Knight of Cups. You know, you're afraid, this Aquarius and Pisces energy, you're afraid that things aren't going to be any different than they were before, and that, you know, it's just going to end up being a bunch of smoke and mirrors. And you're very afraid of that. That's Aquarius and Pisces energy. And the outcome here, we have the Queen of Wands. Pisces and Aries energy. So, you know, it's about this, you know, clarity coming to fruition here, right? In the reverse, because Pisces, again, ruled by Neptune in the reverse. If in the upright, it's lack of clarity. In the reverse, it's clarity coming, you know, pretty clear that there's not going to be this, you know, initiation right now to move forward, right? Because there's this lack of clarity. Okay, right, you know, right here. But now in the future, in the near future, we have the King of Cups energy. So I'm really getting a very strong feeling of like a not yet kind of thing, because this is a Libra and Scorpio energy, which is really great to get as a future card here in a relationship read. If you want a relationship to work out, this is an awesome card. It really is. Libra and Scorpio. Again, Scorpio is about transformation into a space of fairness, of love, of where you feel good about yourself being in this. This is somebody who's willing to work at this equally with you. Absolutely. Now, the lack of you guys being able to make it happen right now could simply because of all the social distancing stuff. You might not be able to even be together actually right now. Or it could just simply be that so much else is on so many people's minds right now. But the energy does support. You guys were definitely together though. If this is resonating with you, if that is not resonating with you, then this is not your reading. I'm sorry, maybe we'll catch you next time. But these people, you guys were together already. There was an ending of a cycle. There's a slow rebuilding of something new. It's really good. And I get a very good energy from this person. So if if this man or woman is like some sort of like narcissist, whatever, I'm not getting that in this reading at all. I'm getting a good person here. Good person, Gemini. Emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. Well, isn't that an interesting message when we have all this Neptune hanging out in these cards right now? Wow. You may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. Let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. Beautiful. No, let me not do that. Being called to pull a couple of tarot up, right? These clarifiers here. I'm not accepting reversals on these clarifications, please. Devil. Two of Swords. Magician. Nice. Oh, love chakra energy. The Devil is just about imbalance, recognizing imbalance, recognizing the Two of Swords is a Mars and Aries energy, right? So this is about making that decision. All right, what are we going to do? What's our choice here? I'm sorry, did I say two? I'm sorry, I meant to say Moon and Libra. With the Two of Swords energy. Moon and Libra. So it's just about, choosing, which truth, is really going to serve you the most. It's really trying to process and really understand what you've been through versus where you're at right now, right? These two swords, these two truths, right? Which is totally, to me, very normal. Obviously, there was some sort of imbalance here. That's the devil energy. Whatever it was. Alcohol, drugs, food, sex, gambling, whatever the heck it was, addicted to negative thinking, fear of intimacy, fear of abandonment, control issues, whatever it is, fill in the blank, any area of imbalance. Then we have the Magician, which is Mercury, which is you guys, right? Beautiful. Being able to make things happen and move things forward is a very forward, moving energy. Very nice being able to make it happen. Good stuff. I like it, Gemini. I like it. Okay, my friends, that is what I have for you for this first week of April. Thank you so much for joining me. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.